After the Supreme Court's decision in July 2024, the NEET controversy gradually disappeared from the front pages. But for a lot of students, it didn't just disappear from their minds. People who secured the seats, for them the life moved on. But for others, it was another year of preparation, another year of coaching center, another year of attempt, another year for their parents to spend that much money. Some of them didn't even have it. And it was more than just the need this time. It was the trust. Because for India's young population, these competitive exams were more than just a dream. It was a gateway for them to, become whatever they wanted. It was a gateway to almost everything, like medicine, engineering, government jobs, banking, railways, civil services. A lot of people, the students gave their heart and mind to it. They gave their 100%. For a lot of young people, it was more than just a job. It was more like a stable life, a social security, a social mobility, and that final satisfaction that years of education could land them to a secure life. But back to back leaks and the delays in the responses, the delays in the exam results, all this were affecting their lives. The young people entering to any workforce forces in India or outside India, they were from a very different background compared to their parents. They were more connected, they were more online, they were more vocal about what they wanted, what they didn't want. And for somebody, if there was a leak or if there was a controversy, within seconds you will see that in social media. So the connectivity was there. Unlike 50 years back or 20 years back, you are more aware about what's happening around you, around the world, what's happening in US, what's happening in Africa, what's happening in Australia. You are just one click away from finding out. So to suppress these news or to hide these from the students, it was very difficult for the governments as well. When someone claims that there was a leak in their examination papers, it will be available within seconds in all social medias, be it Facebook, Instagram, X, or YouTube. So people wanted an immediate response from the government. Before even they issue an official statement, this news would widely spread across the world. The connectivity, the young generation's rapid response to it changed the public anger. You could not keep it local. It will become an overnight sensation, an overnight breaking news. Our generation saw a drastic change in the technology, and we are more in line with the AI projects, and the governments are also supporting. All those blue chip companies are supporting AIs. So amid all this, if you're trying to get the fair education and get a secure job, and if these kind of things happen, then we don't know what to do. Thanks to Suryakant ji, the India's Chief Justice, he made a very terrible comment against our youth in May 2026 that the unemployed youth are the cockroaches and the parasites of the society. And this led to a widespread campaigns, and Mr. Abhijit Deepke started the movement for Cockroach Janta Party. And because of this party, now we are seeing a lot of changes in the government's responses. Unlike any traditional political parties, CJP did something extraordinary. Their movements were online, not through rallies, not through long speeches by their political parties. It was through memes, satire, humors, and short videos. The irony was that people were able to relate to it because they were talking the Gen Z language. And the symbolism was very powerful. The cockroach became an identity. And within days, CJP online Instagram page gained a lot of followers, millions of followers, not because they wanted to form a new party or they were, tired of the existing parties. They were tired of the exam integrity, the paper leaks, unemployment, recruitment examinations, government accountability, and the responses from our leaders. When we were seeking answers from them, they were quiet. So we wanted answers from them. We wanted somebody to take accountability and assurance that okay, these things won't happen in future. Imagine this. You spent 2 years working really hard, giving your heart and soul to it. No friendship, no social media. And if you're getting any other opportunity or any other jobs, you are rejecting it, thinking that, this test will give me a better future, better opportunity. And you're giving your 100% to it. And after everything is done, you get to know that the exam was compromised. How will you feel? And when you're not getting any proper response from the government about your results, and you might have to prepare for another year of spending money, your time, everything will be dependent on this one test. So when you're keeping something this competitive in India, in a national level, you should also have the integrity and that ownership to tell the students that we are on it, we are working for this. Such things shouldn't happen and will not happen. But none of that happened for a very long time from the government. After you have sacrificed everything, your money, your sleep, your relationship, and when all these things are happening right in front of you, you will start wondering, was my effort worth anything at all? And the turning point came in June 2026 when the CJP left the internet and started protesting in the street. On June 6th, 2026, the CJP supporters, the students, the parents, and the young professionals gathered at the Jantar Mantar in New Delhi. And their demands were very concrete. They wanted the Education Minister Dharmender Pradhan to resign and take accountability of the examination irregularities. Because when someone is giving this much importance to an examination, you should give that kind of ownership to all the students and the people who are conducting these examinations. If you are expecting the students to do well in those examinations, you should also provide them that kind of support, that kind of facility, and that kind of assurance that their future is secured and it's in safe hands. Whatever their efforts are, it doesn't go in vain. As the protest continued, the movement became much bigger than we all expected. More students joined, more parents, more activists, other political party members, and a lot of celebrities across the country. They all started showing up in the Jantar Mantar, New Delhi. And that had the government, forcing to respond. We wanted some answers from them. They've been keeping quiet, and we are finally getting answers. We are finally getting some attentions from them. During the protest, we also saw a lot of political parties trying to hijack this movement for their benefits and make a use of this as a tool to exploit the current government. We didn't want to exploit or to blame the government as a whole. We wanted some people, some viruses to be removed from that system. Not that the entire government was at fault. And we never wanted the religion to get mixed up in this. Our mission was only to get a fair education system. When somebody argued that we don't care which political party you belong to, if you're supporting us, you're welcome to come. And somebody responded, we don't want any political party to hijack this movement, because when it goes to the wrong hands, it gets difficult for the supporters and for the government to take a reasonable accountability and response to this. I believe it is not always the government who's at fault. There are some people, inadequate inadequate system. That is the vital issue here. Because when somebody is not doing their job correctly, it becomes a problem anywhere in the world. Then in July 2026, the Chalo Sansad started. The march did not have a clearance from the government. So they protested. There were a lot of police people, there were clashes, there were injuries, and the police and the protesters confronted each other in such a way that a lot of people had severe injuries, and a lot of people were detained, including the politicians, including the activists, students, parents, celebrities. Look at the journey. It began with students questioning the fairness of an examination. Then came investigation, the court cases, the frustration, then the social media, then satire, then a movement, and finally the streets of Delhi. And now the NEET controversy of 2024 had raised the questions about examination integrity. The CJP movement of 2026 raised a much larger question. What happens when a generation stops believing that institutions that are listening to them? This is why this movement matters, not because every protester is right, not because every government action is wrong, not because every claim on social media is true, but because millions of young people are beginning to demand something that every democracy must take seriously. They want to be heard. They want fair examinations. They want opportunities. They want accountability. And above all, they want to believe that their future is determined by their effort, not by connections, not by corruptions, not by political influences, not by whether someone leaked a question paper. And finally, we are here on 25th of July 2026. The Education Minister of India, Dharmendra Pradhan, has finally resigned, and he has told that he has taken accountability of this NEET controversy since day one. I hope that it does not end here. Whoever is responsible for this NEET leak, NEET controversy, should be held accountable, should be punished if required, and such things should not happen. And the young students in India should never fear that their efforts are going in vain. Whatever competitive exams that are conducted in India should be fair. At last, I also want to add the reservation system issue here, because it is so unfair. Just because you're from another caste or another religion, you are getting an upper hand. That is not fair. If government wants to financially support somebody, they can do so by evaluating that particular person's background, that particular family member. Then based on that, if they want to give education loans, it is a fair call. But just because that community belongs to below poverty, you cannot classify them under scheduled caste and give them that kind of support. Of course, it is not from the same background, and people struggle to get basic education. I completely understand, but we are living in 2026, and government schools are everywhere across the country, and such quality education you are getting, there is no doubt about it. Still, if you want to if you want somebody to secure a seat when they score just 200 mark and the other guy scores 500, yet they don't get a chance, that is so unfair. I know a lot of people who struggle to live through. They don't have money, but just because they were from an upper class background, they are not getting any benefit from the government. It shouldn't be like that. When you're treating somebody fairly, it should be equally fair. If you have watched my videos and if you have liked it, please do support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and if you're seeing that bell button, please do subscribe, and you can also click on that bell button so that every time I post, you get the notification. I'm trying to make this world a better place by whatever complex things are there. I'm trying to break it down, and I will try to explain it in the most simplest way possible. I need your support so that I can also grow, and I can also educate myself and share my knowledge with everybody. Thank you so much for watching.